Welcome, boys. It's time for football. September 7th, 2023. We're about to kick off our fifth, I want to say, year in the Dungeons and Drag Routes Dynasty Fantasy Football League. I am Eric, your senior co-commissioner, and I'm coming to you today. Not power rankings. I'm not doing that right now. We're doing one storyline for each team for the 2023 season. The best storyline is, hey, Jason, Lord of the Rings overall, especially over stupid Star Wars. Anywho, let's get this shit kicked off first. We're going to go with our boy, Keith, the Tickle Dungeon. What's his name this year? It's something stupid, I'm sure. Industry rule number 4080. So Keith is straight up tanking. He's straight up tanking. Just look at his starting roster. There are no rules in it say that you can't tank. You just have to fill the entire roster. So he's not doing anything wrong other than, compromising his entire morals and all that stuff. But for a man like that, he doesn't care. He doesn't really have very many morals, so he's all right. But I mean, he's got Chase Edmonds starting, Chuba Hubbard, Charles Tillman, C. Jones, Charlie Jones. Charlie Jones is one of his starting wide receivers. Anyways, Keith is straight up tanking. Nothing wrong with that. He can't draft, so we don't know. But I would like to just look at his draft capital real quick. He's got 4 firsts and 4 seconds in next year's draft, which is supposed to be a loaded class. I don't know. It seems like they say that about every single draft. But the great news for him is 3 of those first rounders will likely be in the top 6, I'm thinking, because we got one of Corey's, one of Cam's, and then his own. So all 3 of those should be in the top 6. But if you're going to tank, this is the way you do it. If y'all want to rebuild, this is the way you do it. Sell off old assets, keep a young core around you, and build a bunch of shit through the draft. So, good example of how to be a rebuilding team there, Keith. I wish you nothing but bad luck. I hope you win a whole bunch of games on accident and you don't end up with very high picks. So, yeah, there's that. Moving on to Tran. Vacays all the time because the man has more money than freaking God. This guy, I don't know how he gets on so many vacations. He probably sells pictures of his feet or something like that. Weird as fuck. But Tran's in the cash, cocaine, and cunnilingus division. I should have said Keith is in the handsome companions, the best division. But Tran is on a title defense. And let me just say it publicly for fuck's sake, because everybody keeps asking me to. Congratulations, Tran, on winning the championship in 2022. I won't say well deserved because it's not, because I didn't win. I'm the only one that deserves to win that. But you did win it. And congrats on that. There you go. That's all you're getting from me. So shut the fuck up about it. Sorry, that felt real mean. He's got a good team. Josh Allen, Nick Chubb, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Smith, Tiny Toothpick, Bitch Legs, Debo Samuel. The Muth is Luth. But then we get down to kind of Juju Smith-Schuster, George Pickens are in his starting roster. 1 or 2 injuries, and he's just done. I think Tran is going to be a top half team. I won't say more than that, but that is Tran's storyline for this year. He's trying to repeat. He's trying to be our second repeat champion. We had Mr. Nick Burnham down, do that in our first 2 years in the league. On to our junior, dumber, idiot, bitch co-commissioner, Jason. I've got 2 things written down for him. I might just do 2 storylines, but really, I just want to know, is the curse real? Is the curse real? We started this in 2019. In 2019, Jason was in the shit bowl. So he wasn't in the playoffs because that doesn't count. In 2020, he suffered a soul-crushing defeat at the hands of yours truly when Ben Roethlisberger decided to put up about 3.5 points. So he lost in the semifinals that year. 2021, shit bowl. 2022, first round exit of the playoffs. If the curse is real, 2023, he's going to be in the shit bowl again. He's not making the playoffs because every odd year, I guess he just doesn't do it. I will say this, Jason's team is good. He's got a very, very good team, actually. Definitely top half. But can he get over the hump? Can he get over the hump? Can he break the curse of the odd numbered years of him sucking dick? I don't know. It remains to be seen. We'll find out. This next guy, I'm going to give you maybe a 30 seconds. That's Roll Tide Willie. Your storyline for this year is you just sending shitty ass trades to people, and then being a smart ass and saying, "Oh, Cooper Cup looks weak. You should have traded him to me. You could have got your replacement, bro. You offered me Kendrick Bourne in a second rounder. Yeah, I'm gonna air that dirty laundry out here. If he sucks, why do you want him? Keep sending those shitty trades, my man. Corey. Corey's name on here, I forget. Individual parties going on, better parties, better social life. Didn't do. So Corey's he's got a super young core actually in this team, and I would just say that the rebuild continues. That's his storyline for 2023. Kenneth Walker, Chris Olave, Marvin Mims, Jahan Dotson, Kendre Miller. That's a hell. I mean, you got Sam Howell too. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's a hell of a good young core that all of them except for Marvin Mims, Kendre Miller have showed us something. And I'll say that the talent and the opportunity are there for both of those guys. So I think Corey's on to something here, and I think it's going to be a couple more years before he's going to be, or maybe even next year, he might be knocking on that sort of championship top four ish team's door. But hey, man, at least you got TJ Watt. At least you got TJ Watt. Oh, Camarones. Cam, the Commanders football team. I like that team name a lot. But to be honest with you, man, your team is old and it's really not that good. Like you can have an old team like yours truly, but the team has to be good. Like DeAndre Hopkins, Dalvin Cook, George Kittle, Raheem Mostert, Michael Gallup, Tyler Boyd. These guys are either all old or they're just kind of like journeymen in a way. Um, I don't I don't like your running backs whatsoever. I like your quarterbacks; they're fine. You got I mean, even Aaron Rodgers is old as dirt, but Deshaun Watson, I think he's going to show us a little something this year. But I just really don't like this team at all. I think he's definitely a bottom half of the league sort of team. But yeah, the storyline for this year is old and kind of just not good. So sorry, I'm not trying to burst your bubble, dude, but you still got Leonard Fournette on your team. That is oof. And then probably my favorite story, besides the one I'm going to talk about for myself in a little bit, probably my favorite like storyline is Jay in the Cash, Cocaine, and Cunnilingus, the French Quarter Pounder. This dude, I don't know whatever reason, I just noticed this the other day. This dude has drafted and managed, and let me say this, and managed too, like making great trades, but he has drafted so fucking well since being in this league. He got handed a shitty team. Like one of the worst. Like when that dude was drafted, I was like, oh my God, this guy's fucking this team all to hell. And the dude had the 101 too. But anywho, Jay has done a hell of a job putting this thing back together. In 2022, J.K. Dobbins at the 103, Justin Herbert at the 210. In 2021, Amon Ross Hara, at the 203, Ramondre Stevenson at the 304, Pat Fryermuth at the 303. Like he traded for DK Metcalf. I think absolutely won that trade. Um, he's just on the ball with this shit, man. And I really, really, really think Jay's team is a top half team this year. And I think he can absolutely make some noise in the playoffs. But dude, I'm actually legit blown away by the management of this team. I think he's done a hell of a job now I think going on your fourth year in the league, Jay. So keep it up, man. You're like legit. I always fuck with everybody, but you're killing it, dude. Like legitimately killing it, and I mean that from a serious place. I'm still going to kick your fucking ass in the playoffs, but good job. Oh, Toby. Toby. What's your team name? Roll or smelling like a punt. doot, 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 doot. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're back. We're back. We're back. Okay. Sorry. My audio decided to be a piece of shit again. So hopefully I can get through the rest of this without my audio jacking everything up. Anyways, Toby got an old ass core of wide receivers: Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs, Tyler Lockett. That's like an average age of, I don't know, 30 basically. Um, they don't have a good, not a definitely a bottom half team. I believe Cody or Toby. Oh God, I called you by your Christian name. I can't be doing that. No, he doesn't have any extra picks. So I mean, it's the third year in a row where everyone is giving him good advice to, hey man, maybe try and rebuild some. And he just, is he going to follow the advice? That is the storyline for Toby's team this year. Is he going to follow anybody's rebuild advice, or is he just going to be stuck in mediocrity at like eighth or ninth? I'm going, if I'm a betting man, and I am, I'm putting the odds at minus 150 that he just doesn't trade anybody anything, and he doesn't speak at all on the league chat either. JDF, I found out that means Josh Dallas fan. Like that a lot. We always need another Dallas fan in here. Rebuilding. That is his storyline for 2023, just rebuilding. Chase Burrow, JSN, and he's got two 2024 first rounders. Is he going to do any more sort of rebuilding stuff? Because I think his team's okay. I think he's on the borderline of being like top half of the league. But I think realistically, your best case scenario outcome, you get into the playoffs and you lose in the first round, because there's just too many teams are just better, deeper in every position. You've got that great stack with Chase and Burrow, but I don't know. We'll see. You going to keep rebuilding or not? That's your storyline. For Clint, just he was so close last year. He got really lucky in week 16. Like, I don't think there's ever been a bigger horseshoe up somebody's ass. However, he did get lucky and he did win that game. So that's what really counts at the end of the day. Championship or bust for Clint, though, aka Jeff, aka whatever his team name is. This thing got a hell of a good team. Justin Jefferson, Austin Eckler, Travis Etienne, Trevor Lawrence, Mari Cooper, T.J. Hawkinson. He's got studs all across the board. He's a little shallow, I think. In we never know what could happen with Kareem Hunt. If Kareem Hunt goes to Indy, this team gets a lot better all of a sudden. But definitely championship or bust. Doesn't have a first round pick for next year. He is all in on this year, and I think with good reason. I think Clint is a top four at least, if not top three, top two sort of team in the league. Got every. He doesn't have every chance. No one has a chance to win the championship except for me this year. But um, no, realistically, he's got every chance to win the championship. Got a hell of a good team, and if he doesn't, that's going to be incredibly disappointing. I think there's only I really, and this kind of segues into my final storyline of for the 2023 season for each team, and that's like it's mine. It's championship or bust as well. I think we are the two teams. If we don't win a championship, this year was an absolute disappointment and sucked because our teams are that good. But mine, I'm going to say this: I can't fucking talk. Championship or bust. Nay, dominance or bust. If I don't go like the 1972 Miami Dolphins, go undefeated and just beat everybody's ass in my path in the playoffs to a championship, then this season has been a disappointment. I'll still have the strap across my shoulder, at the end of the season for sure. But if I don't go undefeated, this was all for nothing. It was just, yeah. But there we go, fellas. Your storylines for the 2023 season. I'm so goddamn excited. This shit's finally here. Hopefully, this will be a good game tonight. Kansas City Chiefs uh, are hosting the Detroit Lions in the first Thursday night football game of the season. Hopefully, y'all got a little scratch on those games. Throw a little bets out there. But yeah, boys, it's going to be a good season. Looking forward to doing it with all of y'all, and then also playing fantasy football too because of gay. Anyways, later, nerds.